Hello YouTubies, I'm Grant, this is the garage, this is Granty's Garage, and in this video we're finally taking care of loads of little bits that have crept up, as they often do in project car ownership. Now it's likely for this video to make any sense that actually I need to take you back in time and show you some bits I've been looking after whilst managing slightly larger, more involved elements of this build. Now, one of the things that's really been getting on my nerves or letting this car down, if that could be said, recently is all of the inside elements of that are still showing the old colour. You may have seen the video where we wrapped the car. Cost £127 in wraps from Temu. They were quite short, we had our challenges with it, and it was the first time I've done it. I worked my way around, I got better panel by panel, I learned from my mistakes, some bits I did redo. As you can see, I've already done these inlays here, just to see, is that going to make enough difference that it's worth the work? And frankly, it does. I'm really happy with it, came out quite easy. I actually really enjoy wrapping, the sitting there and just working your way through a piece and getting it as good as you can get it I'm still an amateur. So, I'm going to now run around the car with all of these bits of spare that I have. There isn't a full roll in here, but there's close to one as one piece, as well as loads of offcuts that are saved, because this car is all about recycling and reusing and repurposing what we can. So I'm going to go and see what I can do. I'm going to start with the front doors, so the doors themselves and the surround, because I've got big plans for them. I might have something coming which I've betrayed Temu for. I've gone to Alibaba because they sell them very, very cheap compared to everywhere else. Universal Lambo door kits. Reveal that when they come, because they're not due for a very long time apparently, because I don't know, the earth still needs to form the metal that they're going to be made of. They just take a long time. We'll see what they're like. But obviously the doors will be a showpiece. Hopefully when I start taking the car to shows, providing I get them on and they work, the universal kits, so it means universally they don't fit anything and you've got to make them work. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So for now I'm going to run around and tidy up, because what's been nice when I did these was getting to go and address some of the edges from when I first did it. That was actually one of the first panels I wrapped, and the inside tuck was messy. Didn't I really know what I was doing? It got better, but now I've got an opportunity to go and tidy up those bits and then get rid of more of the silver, so that hopefully it will look like a fully purple, kind of always has been purple car. Don't know how much I'll be able to get done though. There will be overlaps. Let's see how it turns out. So on this, for now, I'm done. Let's look at the difference. Pretty happy with that. Now let's do this side. Much better. Just bringing you to the inside because I'm not sure if I explained it on the other side. I've left all of this bit, partly because I'm very much running out now of this wrap. and I've left this piece here because the doors will be off in the future. All of these bits will be detached. It just makes way more sense to do it then, partly because I can clean it way better. Now perhaps this is me trying to be a little bit too perfectionist, or maybe being just a little bit over the top, but one thing we definitely need to look out for now, and I made sort of almost appropriations, I was going to do it this way round, is that when the door is open, which I will intend it to be at shows, you can see all of this silver here, and I did say I will come back and wrap it. I did think I should be doing this while I was doing the doors, but doing that was all both too exciting, too stressful, too difficult, too many other things to worry about. So I'm going to get in there and I'm going to start applying some wrap to that piece to start tidying it all up, and go and get some of the gaps which you won't see from that shot there, where the wrap landed the first time we did it, before obviously the wings and stuff had come off. So I'm going to get on with that. You'd have seen a good part of me taking the door off to get to all the little bits, doing the inside piece of the door, which I promised myself I would get to when I did the Lambo door mod. Put some paint on this while I was in here as well, just to maybe help it not rust. The fact it lives in the garage most of the time might also work for that. So, gonna go ahead and put the rest of the car back together, which is always a bit in a project I enjoy, where you're finishing. So we are now more than halfway with this bit because bits are going back on. So I'm gonna probably not film it because it's been in the other videos, it's pretty boring. I'm gonna put that bit of the car back together. Then gonna go and work on the bit just on the inside of the rear door, because there's still some silver in there. And in this video I am planning to kill all of the silver on this car that's visible, and then we'll have a look. Not perfect, it's done though. The inside's purple on this side. I nearly got too excited and put the door back on without realising or remembering, unlike the front doors, which I did actually quite a while ago, I haven't done the innards of those doors yet. So this evening for me is section, get the inside of the door purple. I'll probably, while it's off the car, it's going to be way easier, lay it down, take off the door card, and then finally get it back on the car. Purple innards, they're not fun to do. Driver's side, all done. Probably for the purpose of YouTube, we'll assume the other side is done. But what the last bit I do want to do is I want to get behind this done. So, I have previously come in and done these bits. I might have shown you that. I did them ages ago while I was waiting for other parts to turn up. And now I want to do all of this bit. And I really think taking the tailgate off, the boot, or whatever you want to call it, is probably the best course of action. That's not the craziest job in the world, but it might be very difficult for one person to do. So, thankfully I've got all my friends here. And we'll see if I can manage it without breaking it or dropping it. God knows how I'm getting that back on. Now I've got this very awkward back done, I'm going to get the boot done, and I'm going to make a bold claim, that's going to go back on tonight. Let's see. I also thought quickly it's worth sharing if anyone's wondering why I'm doing it in segments. There's a couple of reasons for that. The first and the most honest one is the bigger the piece, the harder it is to do. And I know that from doing the outside of the car. Things like the bumpers are largely one piece, very, very difficult. Secondly, my wrap is only, I got 2 rolls that are 50 centimeters wide and it came with one that was 30. So I've been trying to use that and I'm trying to keep it cheap. So the smaller the piece, the cheaper it is. I've also only got the 2.5 as it were. So doing the driver's side, I used the smaller one up first. I'm more than halfway through doing the boot, but I've now used the roll that was in essence for that side. So I know that I do need to be a little bit sparing if I'm going to be able to do the passenger side that I've definitely already done for YouTube purposes. So that's why. If you're wondering, little segments makes it easier. These parts of the car are not on show as much as the body, obviously, and this is more just to make sure. I mean, this bit probably no one is ever going to see. Maybe no one's even going to appreciate it. But for me, I know then at least when you open the car, other than like the hinges, it's purple kind of all the way through. Because I don't like when a car's wrapped and then you see it open and there's a very different colour to what it is. So that's the reason. I'm going to crack on with the boot, and the next scene you are going to see me fitting it. Well, no, you'll see me doing some of it, and then you'll see me fitting it to the car tonight. I'm still confident on that. So it is the next day. I had a little bit more to do. It's now done. I've not put any of the bits back on because I'll do that when it's back on the car, because I need to get it in place. Makes sense to keep it as lightweight as possible for now. So I'm going to attempt to one-man install this boot somehow and hopefully not break it or hurt myself or both or that sort of thing. Yes, it's filthy, but the back is back together and the tray of screws for, honestly, one of the first times working on this project is empty, meaning I put everything back that came off, partly because I've had lots of this apart before, taken out the motor for doing the wiper delete and things like that, obviously wrapping it before. Whereas other bits where I've had like bumpers off, I've not bothered putting in the 7 or 8 screws extra that it needed wanted because it didn't need them. So that's the back together, fully purpled. That will be it for this video. Perhaps maybe not the most terribly exciting, but something that needed to be done. When you look at a max power car, which is in essence what we're trying to build here, you will see often the car has been gone over almost completely, and the efforts some of the guys who were building those and still are and have built those went to are phenomenal, frankly. So I want to do my part to at least embrace that. I want to get this as good as it can be for as little money, and if I'd left those bits off, it just never would have been. And then all the work that was done, if you watch the other videos doing the doors, would have not been worth it for it to just be showing that very plain silver in here and not really making the car pop. Some parts of it look fantastic, really happy with it. Some bits probably never going to be seen and were an absolute pain in the butt, but now they're done. Apart from the side, I've definitely already done and definitely won't be doing the next couple of evenings. If you've enjoyed that at all, if you could give it a thumbs up, we're very close as it stands to the channel being monetized, which will mean I can do things a bit faster on here. And if you subscribe, if you haven't already, you can follow along with what's next for the build. Maybe something circular, maybe ordered very cheap from China, maybe a fair way off to be frank. I've got a couple of other bits I definitely know I want to get on with. This is the funny thing with these videos, sometimes I've got a bit of a, right, what's next? Other times, like now, I've got 2 or 3 things I've been waiting to do until doing what I'm doing, and ultimately doing these doors with those universal hinges took a very long time because of how much else needed to be done. So here we are. I hope you enjoyed that. Give us a comment down below if you can think of anything worth saying. Give the video some engagement, give it a hand, and I'll see you in the next one.